Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we have a camera that we've probably already seen actually. If you remember last week I did a film or a video on the Voigtlander VSL 35E. After it was published I had an email from a long time regular subscriber, a guy by the name of Andrew. He contacted me saying that he had the sister camera that I think I did discuss in that video, that there was a Voigtlander branded version of the same camera made in the same factory in Singapore, and he had one and he very kindly donated it to the channel, so a big thank you to Andrew for that. This arrived yesterday and just going to have a quick overlook for it. This is like a first impressions video really. He did list some things, some issues with the camera, but from what I've seen so far it's pretty good. Nice Voigtlander cap on it. Because it's a Voigtlander, it's fitted with a Voigtlander lens. This is a Colour Ultron 50mm 1.8. As you can see, it looks very, very similar, if not identical, to the Rolleiflex version. And this, in fact, was the last Voigtlander camera designed in Germany, apparently, from what I've managed to Google about it. So, Voigtlander was taken over by Rolle after Zeiss Icon went bankrupt in 1972. So Rolle owned the Voigtlander brand. Voigtlander lenses now are made under contract by Cosina in Japan. They're amongst some of the nicest sort of Leica M-mount lenses you can get, and they do make them for DSLRs as well, so the Voigtlander name does live on. And in fact, Voigtlander is the oldest name in photography. I was looking it up, and Voigtlander started in 1760 or something. He started making measuring instruments, very scientific and mathematical sort of guy. And yeah, it is the oldest name in the photographic world. Just a bit of background interest there for you. Rolle unfortunately went bankrupt as well, and then it got sold on to somebody else, and then somebody else, and that's the guys that Cosina licensed the name from. So obviously they're getting a bit of money out of each of the Voigtlander lenses that are sold. But yeah, it was the last Voigtlander designed in Germany. Right, let's take a look at it. It's in really nice condition actually. There's no real dents or scratches or damage. Again, it's quite chunky, there's quite a bit of weight to it. It is missing an M sticker out of there. This lever is for multiple exposures or to rewind the film. And normally it sits in the middle position. If you put it into the M position, you can cock the shutter without advancing the film. So multiple exposures basically. Plain back. On the top, exactly like the Rolle, we have ASA or ISO input. We also have exposure compensation plus or minus. Has the German DIN, of course. Battery check, which I think was green on the other cameras, it's red on this one. So when you push this button down, the red LED lights up to show that the battery's good. It takes the same battery as the Pentax and the Rolle. It takes the 4 SR44 batteries, and those live in the bottom down here underneath this cover. You can see this one also accepts the winder as well. Take this cover out and the winder will fit tripod bush. There's no push to rewind, it is that little lever on the back. Made in Singapore, and a serial number. The viewfinder uses LEDs to indicate the shutter speed, because this camera is an Aperture Priority camera, as well as you can obviously set shutter speeds manually. Also has X and B. It has quite a selection of long shutter speeds, which is quite interesting. Here you've got your normal shutter speeds, and it goes all the way down to 1 second, but then you've also got long exposures up to 16 seconds in time, which is quite interesting. Film advance, frame counting, see it's on the S position for start. You've got the shutter release up here. Wind it on, it's nice smooth action. The shutter release button is this up here. And then that's going to give us a 16-second exposure now. It's also lockable as well, you can flick it over to lock it. Hot shoe on the top. Flash sync speed on this camera is 125th. There it goes. It's just shut the shutter. 125th of a second for the flash sync. The reason for that is, as we'll see if we open the back up, you can pull this up. If I open the back, it has a metal vertical travelling shutter. I'll change it off of 16, otherwise it'll be there forever. So yeah, high quality shutter. Film stock goes in there, standard camera, pull it across, connect it to the sprockets, make sure the holes line up, pop the leader into there, and away you go. Pressure plate on the back. Bit of light sealing material, and it seems to be in pretty good condition. There doesn't seem to be anything in the way of light sealing along here. So yeah, it seems that needs to be down for the door to shut. This on top is a self timer, so if you wind it on, which it is, put that over, press the shutter release button, LED comes on. It doesn't beep or anything, this one. And after around about 10 seconds the shutter should fire. There you go. Instant return mirror. This is the VSL 3-E. There was a VSL 1 and 2. I think they had a different mount. They were M42 if I remember correctly. The release button for the lens is down here, this thing with this sort of bright red anodized, which is different again to the Rolly version. This has got the same mount, quick bayonet mount, QBM. Voigtlander lenses are very nice. Colour Ultron, should be a pretty good performer, I would have thought. So you can see the mirror, and it's got the split image rangefinder in the middle for focusing. Interestingly, these still use the pin, as we saw on some of the Ricoh, and the same quite old-fashioned system, but it works. And it's got a depth of field preview down here as well. Red dot to red dot. There's a red dot on the camera, and there's a red dot on the lens. Line those up and turn it clockwise until the lens is attached. He said there was an issue with the focusing. It does vary, it's quite stiff there, and then it sort of goes light. So it could probably do with a strip down and a bit of a re-grease. I think there's probably a lump of grease or something in there by the feel of it. Aperture Selection. And you can see it's got a little window at the top, so it can read the aperture off of the lens that you've chosen, so you do get aperture and shutter speed information in the viewfinder, which is quite nice. Other than that, apart from that being a different colour, that being a different colour, and this was available in black and chrome, the same as the Rolleiflex, but my Rolleiflex is black, whereas this one is chrome. Yeah, I like the shutter buttons on these. They're very... Oh, I've got the self-timer on, that's why. Doesn't self-cancel. Yeah, electronic. I think the shutter's probably stepless, but I'm not sure about that. And yeah, Aperture Priority, so when you set this to A, which is probably the other end of the scale, there's a little lock button here. So B and X are probably mechanical. They usually are. There's a little annoying button there that you push in and cuts your finger. Aperture Priority, so you select the aperture and the meter will work out and set the desired shutter speed. Yeah, stop down. There you can see the aperture, free of oil, pretty even pattern to it. So yeah, aperture ring's quite stiff actually. It's not really very free moving. But no, it's in lovely condition. Just a few little issues, haven't put any film through it. I'm going to do a comparison between the two of them. They all take the same kind of lenses. I'm sure there were probably lenses that were branded with Voigtlander and some were branded with Rolly. I also got an instruction book with it as well. So this is a manual. It came with a camera. Multiple languages. This is a useful little device that he sent with it as well. And this is an adapter. And this allows you to use, this is made in Germany, this part M42 automatic. So this enables you to use M42 mount lenses on the camera. I'd imagine that's stop down metering only. It's not going to be full aperture metering. And he also sent me a strap. I don't use straps, but yeah, he sent me a strap with it. And he also sent me the ever ready case, the bottom of which is pretty much together. Case made in Germany. Interesting. But the top part of the case is needs some work. You need to repair this and put it back together. But yeah, that's the ever ready case for it. In the old days, when you bought a camera, you always got a case with it, but to save money, make more profit, that seems to have long since disappeared. So it will take other lenses, and I do have another lens that I'm considering trying on it, and that is the Rolly version of the planar 1.850. Be interesting to compare them. They both happen to be quite nice lenses. Planar design is nice coatings and everything on it. But yeah, this will fit and work on it as well, so it might be interesting to do a comparison of the lenses as well as a comparison of the bodies. The Rolleiflex has got a Rollin R branded lens on it. It doesn't say that it's a planar design. But yeah, once again, a big thank you to Andrew for his kind donation. Interesting. Like I say, there will be a video comparing the two of them. I'll put the film through both of them. We can have a look at the results, and I don't expect there'll be much of a difference between them, if I'm honest. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Shooting experience should probably be pretty nice. Thank you for watching. Comments, questions, queries, etc. down below. And yeah, you can email me. I do have an email address, thephotographersbag@gmail.com. So if you don't want to talk to me via the comments, feel free to drop me an email. I do read them. I do respond to near enough every comment and every email. So anything you want to chat about, problems you got, just drop us a line. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that usual YouTube sort of stuff. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.